Hey friends, I am back for another scrapbook process video. Today I am going to be playing with the idea of strips. And I don't have a lot of product here that I pulled to do this page, but I am going to go through real quick and show you what I have. So this is my photo of my friend and her husband that I'm going to scrapbook for her. And I have, for my back, a French vanilla, and then I do have a full sheet of our peach here that I plan on using for strips. I grabbed this little piece of scrap from our wood grains collection because I want to kind of throw that in there somewhere, but I'm not sure where I'm going to do that yet, or if I am. And then I have a scrap of some glacier here that I thought would be really pretty for the backing of my photo, so I just grabbed a scrap of that. I do have one of our stencil sheets here. So this is a stencil sheet that has 9 different small squares on it of different stencils. And what I've done is I have just cut it up, you guys. It makes it easier to handle just this little piece that I want to use this, as opposed to trying to put the whole thing on there. And so I might use another one of these, or one of these ones I've already cut. If I do, I will just cut off what I'm going to use. So I have that I want to play with, as well as some texture paste and my knives. I have a few more wood hearts. I grabbed some gold glitter gems. I grabbed some stamped images because I always stamp extra when I stamp. So I have some florals here. I'm not sure exactly what I'll use. I have some extra florals that I cut out on my Cricut. These are actually like centers. So I cut was a ring around a floral, and this was the center. So I have those left over. I have a butterfly here that I'm going to try to use, and let's see what I can come up with. Oh, I also have some titles here, and I think I want my title to be Sweet Love. And so yeah, let's see what I can do. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take this piece of peach paper and cut it down to the size I'm going to make my strips, which I believe are 9.5 by 1.5 inches. And I just cut all the way across. I'm not sure how many I will end up using, but I know it's not all of them. And then I decide I'm going to trim down my photo and make it a 4x4 for this page. And then I do want to back it in the light side of this glacier piece of paper. I love being able to dig into my scraps to find pieces like this. Okay, I do decide to ink everything because I want those strips to stand out that they're strips, and they're going to be butted up right against each other. And so inking them is going to help with giving them definition. And I do end up inking everything on this page. Okay, this is where I decide I'm going to make a piece going the opposite direction of my strips to give me a shelf for my photo. And I pull out that wood grain that I had found a little scrap of. I'm really happy that I was able to get some of that onto this page. Okay, after I get all that glued down, I do decide that my title is going to be Sweet Love, so I cut both of those out so that I can place them around my page and kind of get an idea of where I want to put them. And then I am going to pull out some of those stamped images I had, and I'm going to chop them down into smaller pieces and just see kind of what I want to use on the page before I cut them out. And then I will take my scissors and I will fussy cut all of those flowers out and the leaves. Now when I fussy cut, my tip is to not move your paper and not move your scissors and just move the paper around. So if you notice right here, my scissors don't move much. I am moving the piece of paper mostly. And I cut from like the center of my scissors. I don't use the tips of my scissors very much. That's going to help you have more control over what you are cutting and get you a better cut. I also leave a little white border on all of my fussy cutting because I know I'm not a perfect cutter, and that way I know all of the image is going to be intact and I won't accidentally cut something I'm not supposed to. So after I decide where I'm going to put everything, I just start gluing things down. I decide that I like my floral cluster right here next to the photo, and then I will go ahead and put that title above it. I do use some 3D foam tape to pop up one of the flowers, and just to give it some more dimension. And then I do decide not to use that last little blue flower on this. It was too much, and so I didn't use it. And then I am going to take a minute to try to get this title off. It's a little bit older. I mean, not very old, but it was pretty stuck to the back of this piece of paper. And so it took a second to get it off. But it works out in the end, and it turns out so stinking cute. I love the title for this page. Okay, this is where I decide to pull out those stencils I was talking about earlier, and I do decide to use a different square, so I am going to cut it out so that it is easier to use on my page. And I will take some white texture paste and pick 3 spots on my layout and spread some of this texture paste over that stencil, and it really gives the page a fun finished look. I really like doing my texture paste with stencils after my layout's complete or mostly complete, because I like how it overlaps different elements on the page, and I really like it. I think it looks awesome. I think if you have not tried that, you should definitely give it a try, and I think you will also enjoy the way it turns out. And I also love white on white. I mean, my background on this is French vanilla. It's not white, but it still gives that whole white on white look, and it's amazing. So after I did the texture paste, I did let it sit for a minute to dry, and then I went through and I grabbed a few of my wood hearts. I love these wood hearts, you guys. We have wood hearts and wood stars that I think that everybody should have in their stash. They're such a great element to be able to put on your page, and they work on so many different pages, and it's just a great staple to have in your stash. It's kind of like flowers. Usually you can throw flowers on any page, and I feel like that with hearts and stars, that you could pick either one or the other and it will help finish off your page. So then I'm going to also use some of our gold glitter enamel dots, and it turns out so stinking cute, you guys. And then the last thing I am going to do is I will pull out a peach shimmer brush, and I really like to use our shimmer brushes for splatters, and because I used peach for that paper, I am going to use this. I do squirt it out just a little bit so that I know I have a juicy tip, and then I use it for splatters. Of course, you want to cover your photo so that you do not get splatters on your photo. I love the way that turned out, especially with this page with a little bit of shimmer there. It just is so stinking cute. And then I am going to do my trusty squiggle lines around the outside of this page to finish it off. And it came together so well. I love it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more like it, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.